Once again, guys, Jason back to my channel. Tonight we're doing a review for AW Collision, and it took me a while to find the results and stuff, so I finally found it on their website, on All Elite Wrestling website and stuff. So it's going to get two of them with the first match. Um, do 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 do. Tonight show kicked off with the trios Samoa Joe versus Samoa Joe Hook and the wrestler Kajori Shibata versus the Premier athletes Josh Woods, Tony Nese, and Arya Davari with Smart Mark Sterling. Knees hit Joe with a spin kick, but that Joe bulldozed Knees to the mat, hooked, tagged in, and suplexed Knees, but Knees landed on his feet and then drop kicked, hooked the Premier athletes triple team hooked in their corner of the ring. Shibata grabbed a tag and Woods and entered the match for his team. Woods and Shibata traded forearms. They chained wrestled, and Shibata grabbed an armbar, but Woods reached ropes with his boots. Samoa Joe boxed Knees into the corner. Sterling distracted the ref while Josh Woods, Josh Woods hit Samoa Joe with a cheap shot. Hook tagged in and wiped out Knees with a suplex. Hook followed up with a T-bone suplex, and then clobbered Knees with clubbing forearms. Josh Woods jumped into the ring and hurled Hook with a German release. Shibata rocked Knees with a snapped suplex. Shibata applied an armbar and forced Knees to tap out. What the team does not know premiere at least maybe a title shot in their future, said Tony Schiavone. Alright, backstage we have the Bang Bang Gang, Austin Colton, Gunn, along with Juice Robinson were backstage. Juice apparently AEW isn't going to recognize the fact that I was anointed one quarter of the AEW Unified Trios champions. Colton and apparently House of Black gets a title shot now. Austin and apparently Pat cares about the Bang Bang Gang now interrupting our six-man match. Juice, but it's all good. Our fearless leader Trish Blade, Jay White, the Callus, he's off training his ass off. You thought 8 abs was not something special. He's coming back with 10. Pat, you better hope you don't see Switchblade in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Alright, next, Lexi Nair backstage with Dante Martin, Darius Martin, and Action Andre. By the way, this was not live earlier tonight. This was taped this past Wednesday or something. Anyways, Dante, the last time I was in a ladder, this is what Dante said. The last time I was in a ladder match, I broke my leg. I had to relearn how to be immune. And I'm going right back into the environment, and people are telling me it's crazy. But at Forbidden Door, we're going to have some go to celebrate with boys. Leo Rush walks in onto the set. Actually, I want to talk to you about last week. It said Leo. Action, before we get into anything about last week, I just want to congratulate you on the big Rampage win you got. Leo, this is what Leo said. Darius, we cool? Dante, as you can see last week, I'm a man of my word. I had your back. I always have. I always will. But I'm in that ladder match too. Come Forbidden Door, I won the TNT Championship for myself. This is what Dante said. Yeah, I want it too. Leo said, so I guess I'll see you there. And Dario said, we'll see who the Bear Man is. Alright, next match is Trios match. The Patriarchies, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch with Mother Wayne versus the Iron Savages, Bull Bronson and BK Boulder and Jack Jameson. As the Iron Savages were making their entrance, Jack Jameson had some choice words for Christian Cage. Jameson, Christian Cage, you have been a focal point on the biggest shows in history since most of us have been little kids. One of the greatest of all time, and now you've been better than you were. Before the match began, Christian Cage and Mother Wayne walked away from the ring. Christian Cage decided instead to join the broadcast team for this match. Killswitch nailed Bulk with the headbutt. Nick Wayne tagged in hot, but Bulk Bronson backdropped. Nick Killswitch came back in and walloped Bronson with the big thrust kick. Killswitch shoved Boulder over the top rope. Killswitch picked up Nick Wayne and tossed him onto Jameson and Boulder outside the ring, showing off a unique form of tandem offense. Bronson charged at Killswitch, but Killswitch grabbed him and chokeslammed Bronson. Nick Wayne tagged in and rocked Bronson with Wayne's World. Christian Cage walked to the ring and tagged in Nick, and Killswitch picked up Bronson, and then Christian finished off Bronson with the Killswitch, grabbing the pin for his team. Now, let me turn this off real quick. So, anyways, next match is FTW champion the Luring Tree Chris Jericho and the Redwood Bill Big Bill with the Bad Apple Brian Keith versus Private Party Mark Quinn and Isaiah Cassie. Big Bill knocked Quinn right to the mat with a shoulder block. Big Bill battered Quinn in the corner and then hurled Quinn halfway across the ring. Big Bill splashed Mark Quinn in the corner using his body as a battering ram. Mark Quinn reeled back with a shotgun dropkick, but Big Bill knocked Quinn with the nasty jab. Big Bill picked up Mark Quinn and dropped him hard onto the mat. Jericho tagged in and chopped Quinn in the corner. Quinn fired back with the flying shoulder and then tagged out to Brother Zay. Cassie grounded and pounded Jericho after a double leg takedown. Jericho gouged Cassie in the eyes to stop Cassie's momentum. Mark Quinn tagged in and he took down Jericho and grounded and pounded Jericho too. Brian Keith distracted Quinn long enough for Jericho to connect with the clothesline. Brothers Day cleaned house on Jericho and Big Bill with consecutive cutters. Mark Quinn charged at Jericho, but Jericho caught him with a chop to the throat. Jericho went for the lion salt, but Quinn raised his knees in defense. Cassie and Quinn rocked Jericho with the gin and juice, but Jericho kicked out at the 2 count. Brian Keith distracted the ref while Big Bill booted Isaiah Cassie and draw. Jericho went for the cover, but Cassie kicked out at the 2 count. Cassie fired back on all sideliners. Cassie tried for a hurricanrana, but Jericho countered with the walls. Cassie managed to reach the ropes to break up the walls. Big Bill disseminated whatever. Cassie with the Bossman slam for a near fall. Big Bill chokeslammed Mark Quinn onto Cassie and went for the cover, but Cassie kicked out. Cassie shoved Big Bill and Big Bill collided into Jericho. Mark Quinn used the hurricanrana and sent Jericho flying into Cassie, and Cassie turned it into a code breaker on Jericho. Cassie was looking for a lion slap, but as the ref was distracted by Big Bill on one side, Brian Keith struck Cassie from the ring apron. The bad apple caught him and Zay is wiped out, said Shivani. Jericho covered Cassie and scored the win after a big asset from Brian Keith. Jericho, Big Bill, and Brian Keith attacked a private party after the match. Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibata sprinted to the ring to even up the odds for a private party. Shibata went to work on Brian Keith's arm, and a ringside physician had to check on Keith. Smojo, this is what Smojo said. Hi Chris, hi Chris. That's what he said. Hi Chris, like that. Hi Chris. Every idea that comes from your tree sucks. I've always been a man who said the best ideas survive the crucible of combat, and that's what I suggest. I say Shibata, Hook, Smojo versus Chris Jericho, and what's left on his learning tree come from Bent Door. Alright, Professor Serenity was backstage leading up to Double or Nothing. I was 6-0. Physically, I was unbeatable. Mentally, I was untouchable. And subsequently, I've had 3 of the toughest losses in my career to 3 of the best women in this company. Sometimes you're on the top, and sometimes you're on the down. But when you're on the down, you have to stop it in the tracks. My wrestling career has taught me about grit and persuasiveness. So next week I will be in Buffalo. I am begging anyone to step in my ring, to step into Deem's dojo, because baby, I'm on the top, and I'm going to remind everyone and myself just who the hell I am, the professor of professional wrestling. Alright, next match is House of Blacks, Malachi Black and Brody King versus LSG and MSG. Black blocked a kick from MSG. LSG tagged in, and the House of Black hit tandem offense on him. Brody popped up LSG, and then Black cracked him with a knee. They finished off LSG and with Dante's Inferno, and Brody scored the pin. That was a complete domination for the House of Black, and they seemed more violent than before, said Tony Schiavone. After the match, Ian Riccaboni interviewed Malachi Black and Brody King on the ramp. Ian asked how tonight's victory felt after what happened to Buddy Matthews last week. This is what Malachi said. What a human question. And then this is what Brody King said. Revenge is never a straight line. We feel nothing. Okay, whatever that means. Alright, next match is Females Zero with the Gates of Agony versus Daddy Magic, Matt Menard. Alright, Zero charged at Daddy Magic, but Daddy Magic dodged him. Zero dumped Daddy Magic on his head. Zero chomped Daddy's Magic's forehead. Zero followed up with the back body drop. Menard got back into it with forearms shots. Menard stunned Zero with a cutter for a near fall, and Zero stretched Daddy Magic with a submission, and Daddy Magic had no choice but to tap. Cover me and Prez, that is the man that MJF will have to face. Come for Bandor, said Nigel. What a challenge it'll be for MJF, replied Tony Giovanni. Our next match is AEW Continental Championship Eliminator match. The Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, who is the champion, versus CML's Ultimo Guerrero. Alright, Ultimo Guerrero hit a running shoulder block on Okada. Ultimo Guerrero blistered Okada's chest with stiff chops in the corner. Guerrero body slammed the Rainmaker. Okada came back with a shoulder breaker on his opponent. Okada against Guerrero is a match we never thought we'd see, but we're seeing it here tonight on Collision, said Shivani. Guerrero used a sliding baseball dropkick to knock Okada out of the ring. Guerrero stalked Okada outside the ring and rammed Okada into the steel ring post. Guerrero hoisted up Okada from the second turnbuckle and planted Okada down hard for a near fall. Okada nailed Guerrero with a picture-perfect dropkick. Guerrero powerbombed Okada out of the corner for a near fall. Guerrero was looking for a sliced bread on Okada on the top turnbuckle, but Okada gouged Guerrero's eyes. Okada pulled the mask down from Guerrero and then smashed him with the Rainmaker clothesline. Okada covered Guerrero and pinned him for the 1-2-3. By the way, they show Guerrero's face, like, without the mask, like when the mask got off him, they show his whole face. I was like, oh shit, damn. So anyways, next match is AEW Women's World Champion Thomas Toni Storm and Mariah May with Luther versus Legit, Leia Hirsch, and Lady Frost. Leia took Toni down to the mat, but Toni got right into her feet. Leia grappled Toni back down. Toni tagged to Mariah, and Mariah scored with a dropkick. Lady Frost entered the fray, but Mariah planted Lady Frost onto the mat. Toni Storm followed with the running hip attack, knocking Lady Frost outside the ring. Mariah May drove Leia with the backdrop driver. Toni tagged in and nailed Leia with the back stabber, and then a Northern Light suplex for a near fall. Mariah May wiped out Layla with the running knee and Layla knee strike, and then headbutted Lady Frost. Lady Frost cartwheel into a cannon and crushed Mariah into the corner. In the corner, Lady Frost went for the frostbite, but Toni Storm sacrificed her body, covering Mariah with her own body. Toni smashed Layla with the Storm Zero and allowed Mariah to make the cover, scoring the pin for her team. Alright, next match. Collision main event, finally. So here we go. AEW National Championship match. The Aerial Assassin Will Ospreay, who is the champion, versus the Machine Brian Cage. Cage ran down Will like a runaway freight train. Cage curled his opponent and then dumped Ospreay to the mat. Ospreay, the ace of AEW, blasted Brian with the big pump kick. Will went over the top with the plancha to Cage on the arena floor. Cage came back with the delayed vertical suplex into a jackhammer for a near fall on the champ. Not a lot of mustard on the kick out, said Nigel. Daniel Garcia was seen watching the match backstage on monitor. Ospreay connected with the springboard forearm to the machine. Cage fired back with the high arcing release German suplex, or arcing whatever, German suplex. The fans chanted, "Let's go Ospreay, let's go Ospreay." Ospreay, motivated by the fans, went for the hidden blade. Cage countered by a cracking wheel in the head with a back elbow. Ospreay countered a spinning lariat with a powerbomb to Cage. Ospreay used Kawada style kicks on Cage. Brian Cage dished out on a lariat and then powerbomb, followed by another powerbomb for a near fall on Will. Ospreay spiked Cage with DDT. Ospreay nailed Cage with the hidden blade, but Cage kicked out at the 2 count. Tex booked Will Ospreay to get back of Cage's neck. Said Nigel. Cage kicked Will in the jaw. Will retaliated with a thrust kick. Cage grabbed Ospreay and planted Will with the spinning power slam off the second turnbuckle for a near fall. Cage blocked an Oz cutter. Cage went for the Joe Claw, but Will blocked it. Will stunned Cage with the O's cutter, but Cage kicked out of the pin attempt. Will walloped Cage with the hidden blade and pinned Brian Cage 18-0. And now on the horizon, Ospreay can put his thoughts on Forbidden Door in 8 days and the world title, said Tony. Ospreay certainly had to earn his victory tonight and gain some confidence, but at what cost? Wonder, Nigel said. Alright, after that there's some matches they announced, so yeah. It was a good show tonight and stuff. It was okay, but whatever. I wish it was live, but anyways, that was it for this video. Hope you like it. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a comment or whatever. I mean, I don't care if you guys don't. I don't care what you guys do, whatever. But anyways, that was it. And I see you guys at the next video. Laters.